My mom was a single mother taking care of 4 kids, coming to food banks to get help. I see that every day. I saw it this morning. I saw it last week. I'll see it tomorrow. I relate. I've been there. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I understand. No, you gotta live it. And I was a kid that grew up in a low-income neighborhood. We would come here and pick up food. Been there, done that. I mean, I've been homeless. I've been there. And when people tell me they understand, do you? Live it. If you live it, then I can see you understand.
Most recently, it's about these families and individuals that have never had to receive services before, and they're calling for the first time, and you can almost hear it in their voice that they're timid and a little unsure of what even to say when they call.
So is it your first time?
We increased the number of people we served after 9/11. We increased after the crash in 2008. And now we have a pandemic of COVID.
I think it's a pillar for the community when it comes to people that are facing food insecurity at home. From kids that go to school that get the free reduced breakfast and lunch at school, but at home on the weekends, they don't have dinners Monday through Friday. They need food for after school. They need food for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I think Food for Others is a godsend for a lot of people in this community, especially after this pandemic.
By some numbers, we were serving in those first 3 or 4 months of the pandemic over 300% more than 2019. So it just tells you that the need has really grown. I know a lot of families, of course, were affected in unexpected ways and all of a sudden are relying on the food bank for support. And some of our families have told us now that we're not in shelter in place or now that we're in phase 3, they still need us as they build back their savings.
I think the biggest obstacles that we have had to overcome are that we wanted to be able to keep our doors open throughout the pandemic and be a place for families to come and receive food. So we had to figure out how to change our operations almost hourly in the beginning as new information about the pandemic and how it spread was coming out, as we've had to modify everything we do to be able to stay open and continue to serve those in need.
When these things happen, when the economy gets hit the way it gets, it takes years for it to come back. But whether it's financially or through food, man, people have a hard time. After the pandemic, though, people's lives were in the hands of politicians, you know. Unfortunately, you know, there's people out here that are struggling. If it were up to me, you know, I'd love to help every family out, but it's just, it's tough.
In this area, for a family of 4, to be able to rent an apartment and live, you have to make over $24 an hour. Well, if you're working in some fast food place, they're not going to want to pay you $24 an hour to do that. There is no one solution. It has to be a lot of different things.
Now people are taking in family members that aren't able to fend for themselves, and so they are having more difficulty purchasing food.
For me, I think places like us will always be around because there's always going to be something that's going on.
It's okay to ask for help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. You know, you walk in with dignity, walk out with dignity.
We all must be united as one humanity, remembering that we all have needs, and one of those that brings us together is the need for food, the need for sustenance. None of us can live, more than maybe a month without food, but certainly wouldn't have the same quality of life if we didn't have the right nutrition. But most importantly, that so many Americans are right on the brink of needing support from their food banks and other aspects of the social safety net. So we've got to remember that we're all in this together because we're all one, but also because tomorrow you might need the same help that I need today.
Actions speak louder than words. Everybody says, oh, I'd love to do something great. I'd love to do something good. Why don't you? Why don't you? I mean, especially now with the pandemic, the way things are right now, now it's time to make the difference. If you didn't want to make a difference before because you didn't think things were as bad, now things are bad. Make a difference now.